Hello. So here is your video on area. Make sure you have your big math book out, open to the notes section, and you can write area. So we've been doing volume. We know what area is. Area is part of volume when you find the length of the width. So length times width. And it's pretty simple. It's the 2D face of a prism, right? And you've done area before. The only thing that's different about this is that sometimes the area has fractional lengths. And luckily, we already multiplied mixed number fractions last unit, so we know how to do it. But let me just show you what's actually happening in something like this. So here, if it's 3 1/4 foot, what it's saying is 3 1/4. And then here, if it's 2.5 feet, it's 1 1/2 foot, it's 1.5. That's what's happening in a rectangle that has mixed numbers. Now you can see it, you could actually multiply this as an area model. The only issue with that strategy is you end up with different denominators, and then you have to make all the denominators equal. It's a pain in the butt. But that strategy does work if you want to do that. What I'm teaching you to do is this. You take 3 1/4 times 1 1/2. That will then be 13/4 times 3/2. Then we get 39/8, which is 8, 16, 24, 32, so 4 holes, so 4 feet, and 7/8, okay? Feet squared. Does not look like a 2, oh my god. Okay, that's it. You just turn the mixed numbers into improper fractions and multiply, just like we did last unit. Do one more for good measure. Here we have 5 1/3 times 3 3/4. That picture does not look accurate, does it? Okay, so it's too small, I won't bother drawing what's really happening, we'll just solve it. So we know it's 5 1/3 times 3 3/4. So that's 16/3 times 12 15/4. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. Alright, so we know it's going to be 12ths. That's the easy part. Then we have to multiply 16 times 15. 5, 8, okay, 0, 6, 1, 0, 4, 1, 2, so 240 twelfths. Oh, this is kind of a nasty problem. That's what happens with area. Okay, so then, if I have 240 twelfths, I have to figure out how many holes that can be created. So I'm running out of room, but I don't want to clear the screen. You know what? I'm going to clear the screen. 240 twelfths. 240 twelfths. Okay, so 240 twelfths. I know 12 times 12 is 240, right? No, that's 144. Sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. 12 times... Is 20 going to work? Oh my god, it's going to work. So 240. Alright, so it's 20. So the area of this is 20 centimeters squared, because there's only 2 dimensions. Alright, so you have a worksheet. Work through it. That's it. Alright, good job.